Welcome to Rauta's Duel Reviews. This time it's two different bands, but for a reason as a duel. First of all, both of these bands represent the same Finnish scene known as Sawhill Circle from Hyvinkää, the city of Steelfest, and lots of other bands you might know like Asakal and the rest. And also these both of these bands feature same members, partially, but still, and as such were sent to me for review by the same guy, so we decided together put them into one video. And another good reason for that is that none of these are exactly full-length album, but two MCDs or EPs. So what we have here is Aurotanic with this 20 minutes or so EP, Ethereal Gate, and a little bit older release by Somber Winds called Hermitic Path. So let's take a look. I'll show you in a bit the Metal Archive side when I tell you a little bit more about the music. Let's start with Aurotanic, which is actually fresh release, October 2021. Has been out only for a few weeks by this time, and this one features 6 tracks, including intro, outro, and a middle part instrumental. So basically 3 metal tracks plus a lot of keyboards included. So an MCD, despite the amount of tracks here. And here is the lineup photo, lineup information, and when it was recorded. And very simple design with this recording, just lyrics, satanic symbol, and that's it. Then Somber Winds, a little bit different lineup, and by the way, I haven't yet had the time to update the Metal Archives site for this band, so it might be a little bit outdated when I do this video, but should be updated later on. I already got to do that for Aurotanic, given that I got the information from the band. And this one is CD or copy from 2016, and here you'll see Sawhill Circle self-financed release. I don't know if there are any other versions coming up later on, but here's the old band photo. So one of 2016, one of 2021's. And let's take a look at the band's Metal Archive site. Starting with Aurotanic, this one started at 2009 as a solo project, mind you. Here is the updated info, and later on these guys started to join basically since 2013 or so. If you take a look at the past members, you get the idea. It became more like a real band, and later on new members started to enter the band, and that resulted the band going on with the new demo, I guess, and this Ethereal Gate EP, originally released in 2020. And there is one full-length album, but I haven't heard it. Actually, I haven't heard the previous one, so can't really compare. Now, this is an interesting album or EP because it's basically very keyboard driven, and that is, I guess, because the main band, the founder of the band, you know, Tony H, he is a vocalist keyboard player. So I guess this started as a project which featured just keyboards and vocals, or be it as may, he is the main man who you know, got this thing going on, and that is, I guess, why vocals and keyboards are so much dominating on this album. This is in a way kind of atmospheric black metal, and kind of reminds me, I don't know for which exact reason, but kind of remind me of Greek black metal scene in so many ways. And it's quite an interesting attempt to do this kind of a little bit different black metal versus so many nowadays band. But unfortunately, this one suffers from kind of a poor recording and mixing. That is, there's probably only 1 or 2 overhead mics on drums, and what this means essentially that you will hear a lot of hi-hat and lots of ride, cling, 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 and not so much guitars and bass. So it's more like drums and keyboards on the foreground and guitars and bass on the background, and vocals somewhere between, maybe more on the frontal style. The vocals are pretty nice, raspy vocals, not the best in line, but definitely doing their job rather okay. And the music, well, yeah, it's there, and it's kind of a promising, but with this kind of you know, production, it sounds kind of a weak, like more like a work in progress, which then again makes this seem more like a demo versus, you know, a real EP. To be honest, I don't know why the band decided to go with this poor attempt with, you know, the drums. That is not like the drums are badly played, but, you know, how it all sounds. To be honest, potential stuff, but not there yet. So, not definitely the winner of this duel, if you wish. Then we have this Hermitic Path from Somber Winds, and this is quite different. This is way more, say, groovier stuff. It's more melodic, it's more, how to say, easy to approach versus the more kind of atmospheric music of Aurotanic. And this one is actually quite nice release, you know. Even though this is far from being hi-fi or super good production, you can pretty much figure out what's going on. And even the bass guitar is left with, you know, quite a bit of space, which then again complements guitar and drum work, and of course those vocals. However, nothing out of ordinary happens here when we start talking about compositions. I mean, there's nothing like wow, but it's really, really nice to listen to this one. It's decent work, and basically, as such, able to challenge a lot of so-called classic bands and classic releases. Not the top tier stuff, nothing like 9 out of 10, but definitely having some kind of impact which makes this rather enjoyable to listen to. Now, what this Metal Archive site doesn't really mention, that this CD version actually has a couple of, I don't know if you can see it, couple of extra tracks here, which are live tracks, and they sound really poor, but then again, they're kind of a bonus content, so can't really bitch about them too much. I just would like to say that needless to put these kind of live tracks on a CD because they won't really bring any kind of extra value. Actually, I find them rather annoying compared to the main dish of the whole CD here. And as with those live tracks, the total length is approximately about 29 minutes. So it's definitely worth your money if you're getting this for, I don't know, EP price, if you will. But definitely worth checking out. Interesting, promising band, and I hope this band will be doing more material. As you can see here on the Metal Archive site, there is only one release out by this band founded in 2013, and it's this one. So I don't know what's the current status with the band, but I hope they will be making more music in the future. So, two different Hyvinkää-based or Soul Hill Circle scene bands here competing with each other. If I had to pick the winner, I would say definitely Somber Winds. Both have their ideas, but still, you know, both also need to be honed, polished, and taken to the next level. Hopefully that will happen someday, and hopefully these bands will land on a bigger label and get more widespread audience and all that. Now, check out the music and let me know what you think. Thanks for taking your time with me. Here, Rauta, signing off.